Well, let me introduce this with a little bit of context. Over 40 years ago, plans to demolish the pier and build a hotel island in Santa Monica Bay resulted in a political revolution. Just under 25 years ago, voters in Santa Monica passed Prop S, which limited further hotel development on the beach west of Ocean Avenue. History shows that Santa Monicans care passionately about our coastline. Here in 2014, this spring, we saw a project that got reversed by a successful referendum, a signature gathering campaign. First time that's happened in a while. We're headed into the discussion and hopefully adoption of a new zoning code, which is a major endeavor for the city. Conversations are difficult, and trust is scarce when everyone seems to be looking over their shoulder at 3 development agreements pending on Ocean Avenue, a very sensitive area. As recently as our last meeting, we heard concerns that exceptions anywhere may set precedents for even greater exceptions on Ocean Avenue, which people seem to fear. So I don't think we can do our best work, council, staff, the community, our best work on a zoning code in this climate. And I think it'd be a good idea to ratchet down the rhetoric a bit by making it clear that our most cherished shared asset, which is our coastline, the skyline along our beach, is not up for grabs. That it won't be irreparably altered without the communities having a direct say in what we do. Now, frankly, I don't think that any project beyond code size along Ocean Avenue is going to get by without a referendum anyway. What I hear in the community is that people are poised to take any of these to the ballot in any case. So we might as well admit to a direct vote going in. We would still negotiate a development agreement and get the best possible deal for the community, including community benefits and all the other things we care about. Some of you may not be convinced, as I am, because I go to a lot of community meetings, that the sentiment is so strong out there. People do care about our seaside skyline, and people are up in arms about the possibility of losing what we have as far as our coastal city. And I think we should hear from the public, perhaps, to hear how strong that sentiment is.
Councilmember McKeown.
I wish I could remember who said that politics is the art of the possible. We heard tonight that some people think what Tony and I are proposing is too much, and some fear that it's too little. And that tells me that being in between those two positions, maybe we're in the ballpark of the possible. For those who think it's too little, there's really no way to get a larger area protected at this time. The only way to get something on the ballot in November is for 4 members of the City Council to agree to it. And so what Councilmember Vasquez and I have done is come up with something we thought might be able to get the agreement of the full City Council. Why is this so important to me and I think to others? As we just heard from the last speaker, the referendum process is still available for any project in the city, and many people have confirmed that they will pursue it. I think that for us to do a zoning code, which is the next task on our table when the Planning Commission is done with it, we as a council need to help the community ratchet down the rhetoric. And the next projects in the pipeline headed our way, and the ones that affect the most sensitive part of our city, our seaside skyline, are these along Ocean Avenue. So my hope would be that by our agreeing to put on the ballot something that would let voters decide that they would have the say on these 3 projects, we would, in essence, open up enough space for conversation that we can all work together on a great zoning code instead of remaining polarized and unable to converse. So I'll make the motion that the council direct staff to draft a possible ballot measure requiring that any development along Ocean Avenue exceeding, I'll make it 84 feet, shall require approval by the voters of the city of Santa Monica.
Okay, is there a second? Okay, I don't hear a second, so